Today I am going to be making some of the carnivore crumble or carnivore cookie crumble that I've been seeing online. I don't really eat a strict carnivore diet, kind of typically more like I don't know, I call it carnivish, but like it's not quite ketovore because I don't really eat a lot of fruit or vegetables, maybe the odd bite here or there. Like when peaches are ripe later this summer, yeah, I'll totally have a peach or two, but they're not part of my main diet. And I know that's funny because I do a lot of baking and stuff on my channel and in my day-to-day life, but I often do that just for other people. So most of the cakes I've made have had a purpose, like it was a birthday cake or a Mother's or Father's Day cake. So I just thought I would give this carnivore cookie crumble a try and see if it's any good. A lot of people in the carnivore community seem to really enjoy it. So I thought, why the hell not? And if it's bad, okay, fine, then I don't ever have to make it again. So the first step, in case anybody is interested, and this is originally a recipe done by Terri or Carnivore Terri. Her video is very long and detailed, so if you would like to watch her video to see the full process, I definitely recommend checking it out. For me, I am just going to edit it down to some key points because I really don't want to post an hour-long video of watching milk powder cook into butter, even though that sounds delicious, and I'm sure my house will smell wonderful any minute now. So this is 8 ounces or 227 grams of butter. For people who use sticks of butter, it's 2 sticks. And you do this entire process over completely low heat the entire way, and it takes a while. That is why Terri's video is so long. So this is unsalted butter that has now completely melted, which is great. That's what you want. And now I am going to pour onto this as evenly as possible, apparently. This is 180 grams, or I think 1 1/3 cup of milk powder, skim milk powder specifically. You can use whole milk powder or powdered cream, but you can expect the final result to not be crunchy. And the purpose of this is to have a little crunch. So let's loosen this up. I picked up this dried milk powder this morning. So I'm just trying to sprinkle it on as evenly as I can. Okay. There we go. And now don't touch it. Don't stir it. Don't poke it. Don't do anything to it. Don't look at it. Just kidding. You can look at it. But basically right now, you want the butter to completely soak up through the milk powder. So even though it might be tempting to see these slightly white patches and go, ooh, let's change that. No, don't change it. Don't do it. You have to wait. And if it is taking a while, everything else seems to be saturated, and say these parts are just not becoming absorbed, you can push them down a little bit, but you are not supposed to stir this just yet. So let's wait and see. Oh, I see there's a little bit of cracking going on here. I do see in Terri's video, she does kind of break it up a little bit without stirring it, just to try to get some of the other, like the more white milk powder away. But already these areas are starting to reduce in their white appearance. So I'm just going to leave this for a couple of minutes to do its thing, and we'll be right back. Well, I'll be right back. I guess me and my other personalities, I don't know. That's apparently we today. So it's been about 5 minutes or so since I left it, You can see all of the white milk powder has now absorbed into the butter, and we've got a little bit of bubbling going on. I do have it on low. I find my stove and my oven I guess they're a little bit more on the cooler side of their settings. So I put it on low, but just a little teeny bit past the low mark. However, I do see some little bubbles here, so I've just reduced it slightly. And what we're doing, we want to brown the butter and we want to brown the milk solids. So we'll leave this for about another 5 minutes or so and check on it then. Okay, so it's been another 5 minutes or so, and I am starting to smell that kind of brown buttered smell. If you know, you know. So I'm not going to stir it just yet. I'm just going to have a little peek and see if there's any browning yet. So I'm not noticing any browning on the bottom yet. So I am just going to leave this for another few minutes. And you want to check on it relatively regularly, because if you've made brown butter before, you know that if it gets too hot, it burns and then it's disgusting. We don't want that to happen here. But so far, I'm in the, at this point, 11th or 12th minute of this process, and mine is not yet ready to break up and start turning into crumbles. So I'll be back in a few more minutes. So another 3 minutes later, I could see a little bit of brown peeking up from here. And now when I move this out of the way, I can see some browning. So this is great. So now I'll start to break this up a little bit. You want to be gentle. Here we go, some uniform browning throughout. That looks beautiful. So again, leave this on low heat, don't change the heat setting, and let this just keep cooking and browning. And you're going to want to check on it every few minutes just to see how it's doing. I don't mind these slightly little burnt pieces here, those are fine, but a lot of it is just golden, and you want it to be just nice crumbles of golden cookie brown. Okay, so I've probably been cooking this now for about 45 to 50 minutes, I guess. And it's nice and golden through. There's still a few little like streaks of the butter. I don't think that's going to cook completely out, but basically you don't want any butter pooling around. So I'll let it cook for another, I think because Terri's video is almost an hour long, I am going to let it cook for probably another 10 minutes or so and see if it absorbs any more of this butter. And then she puts it into, well, she strains it, but in her updated video, I think she cooks it longer. And then instead of straining it, she just lets it cool down. So I am going to just cook it for a little bit longer, see how that goes. I don't want it burnt, but the color right now is looking really good. But the camera, I'm sure, is not picking it up, but there is still just a little bit too much butter. So I'm just going to even this back out in the pan and let it cook for another 5 minutes, and then I'll give it a stir, and then I'll do another 5 minutes and then another stir, and then hopefully it'll be done. All right, so it's been another 10 minutes of cooking. It's super golden. There's still a little bit of butter, but what she does in her updated video, she just lets it cool down in the pan. So I am going to switch off the heat completely and then just let this cool down in the pan. It's all over low anyway, so nothing at this point should burn, but the heat is off. So I'm going to let it cool down, eat my lunch, and then I am going to try to assemble this into some sort of animal-based parfait or something fun. Okay, so I've let it cool for a while. It's still a tiny bit warm, but I am impatient. I just finished my lunch and I would like to have my little dessert treat. So it is very crunchy. I am going to make a little parfait out of it. So I'm just going to use this bowl. Yes, it's broken. No, I don't care. I love this bowl. So I'm just going to put some of that there. And then I've got some mascarpone cheese. Spread that out a bit. That's good. Look how crunchy it is. Okay. Okay. So that's probably good. I'll just leave, sorry. I will just leave the rest of it on here. Get out of here, fruit fly. There's no fruit around here. You ever do that? You just like grab a fruit fly out of the air and crush it to death in your hand? Just me? All right. Anyway, so this is my little carnivish parfait, and I am going to just sprinkle a tiny bit of Redmond's real salt, kosher salt on there, and I am going to eat this. Now, let's see if it is crunchy while I have my microphone on. I hope you could hear that. It's very crunchy, very yummy, and I am going to go enjoy my dessert. Let me know if you decide to make this. You definitely don't have to be carnivore to enjoy it. It's got a really nice, yummy flavor. It's like, kind of has graham cracker vibes while also tasting like brown butter, but it's also crunchy. I mean, what's not to love? Anyway, see you later.